The Ministry of Health says the vaccination is targeting the human papillomavirus, a sexually transmitted infection that can cause cancer of the cervix. However, Catholic Doctors Association are against this, citing the vaccine has not undergone necessary clinical trials in the country. Dr. Homengare, a gynecologist and a member of the Catholic Doctors Group, said, and I quote, "We do not think the vaccine is necessary. HPV is sexually transmitted and does not make sense to vaccinate everyone against a sexually transmitted disease that can be controlled through behavior change. The side effects are too risky for anyone to even dare." End of quote. Ngare said the vaccination was not to prevent cervical cancer but HPV. He urged instead widespread adoption of the simpler and more effective pap test for early cancer detection. Despite the doctor's warning, the government is preparing to roll out the mass vaccination. The Ministry of Health officials met on August 20th with partners in the program, including the World Health Organization. Dr. Rudy Edges, WHO Kenya representative, however, says, and I quote, "By vaccinating our girls against HPV, we are preventing the disease for life. They will be able to grow, live up to their full potential, and prosper." End of quote. Cervical cancer is the second most common form of the disease among women in Kenya, trailing behind breast cancer. It contributes to 5,250, about 12.9% of all cancer cases reported annually, and 3,286 deaths, about 11.8% caused by the disease yearly. 2 free doses of the vaccine administered 10 months apart will be given to 10-year-old girls. The vaccines will be available at 9,000 private, public and faith-based health facilities. For their part, the Kenya Catholic Bishops' Conference has not offered an opinion on the vaccination program. Winnie Lubembe for Ebru TV. Speaking at the Airstrip during a public baraza to emphasize protection of the project infrastructure following the destruction of the perimeter fence during the construction period, the residents and local leaders said vandalism would persist for as long as the project stalled. Area legislator Oro Oyoke claimed that 10 acres of land were lying idle, and this was the reason residents were destroying the fence to create easy access for pasture for their livestock.
Ni kati ya zile project kidogo ambao tunajua kwamba tumekuja hapa mara mingi. Ni kati ya zile project tunajua kwamba serikali na wakuu wa serikali wamezungumzia. Right from the head of state, he is aware about this problem. Halafu tukija kwa CS, our cabinet secretary interior, who is also aware about this project. Ambao wamekuja na hakuwa naongea kwa uzuri kwa sababu ya the delay.
Bomorenda MCA John Ombati noted that residents use the airstrip as a shortcut instead of walking long distance around the airstrip, whereas the project was non-functional. CDICC Chairman County Commissioner Godfrey Kegochi said the committee would go to the drawing board to chart the way forward at the contractor's own peril. Noting that the project was one among those whose implementation had attracted President Uhuru Kenyatta and Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i's displeasure, the commissioner decried failure by the contractor to attend the inspection visit despite being invited to do so.
Hii building ilianza kutengenezwa arpa wakati huo hata Homa Bay walikuwa wanatengeneza yao namna hii. Uwanja ile ya Homa Bay mnaona. Uwanja ya Homa Bay ni uwanja kidogo na ilitoka nyuma ya hii. Lakini uwanja ya Homa Bay saisi mandege zinatua huko, watu wanaenda huko, watu wetu wanatoka hapa wanaenda wanahaya ndege huko kuelekea Nairobi. Lakini yetu inakwama tu mahali ilianzia.
Huu nikapewa ile team parliamentary committee ambayo inahusika na maneno ya transport. Tulikuja hapa tukasimama pale. Tukaongea. Karibu ikue vita. Kwa sababu unajua mwananchi akingoja sana, hata mimi nikingoja sana huwezi kutekeleza lile jambo au jukumu ambalo umepewa kufanya. huwa tunakasirika sana.
Kigochi revealed that the committee had found the project at the same stage during its foresight visits to the airstrip. According to a report by KAA concerning the airstrip dated 11th June this year, the upgrade of the airstrip is in 2 phases to be able to accommodate commercial flights. Phase 1 involves construction of a passage terminal, lounge, gate house, car park, fencing and minor runway repairs. The second phase will involve extension of the existing runway from 1 kilometer to a minimum of at least 1.2 kilometers and widening the runway width from 18 meters to 23 meters and rehabilitation of the apron and taxiway pavements. Amount of work done is 80.5%, while amount paid is 24 million shillings, but remaining work has stalled. PDU Director Melchizedek Ongusu reported that those projects found not to be performing by the CDICC will be dealt with.